Hello dear friends, welcome back. So in this video I'm going to be talking to you guys about QBank, T&D, that is test and discussion, and mock test and grand test. So what is the difference between all these three and why we must be doing all these three? Okay, so let's look at QBank. QBank is question bank. So right after you doing the videos from Prep Ladder, you will see right down below of the videos QBank option of that particular topic, which you can click and do a lot of MCQs, and you can see the right answers and you can actually learn from your mistakes. That's basically a QBank, a question bank. It has a lot of questions which you can practice and learn. Okay, so when is the right time to actually do a QBank? So when right after you watch the video, or at least on the same day, is a very good idea, because I have noticed when I postponed doing QBank, I just postponed. I don't want to do these MCQs, right? Because I'm lazy, so I'm just gonna postpone and postpone and postpone, and that's a very bad idea. You need to do it right now so that you're done with it. You know where you're not understanding the topic or the subject, and you need to like brush up on that particular area a lot more. And if you are not solving the QBank, you seriously wouldn't know what you're lacking on, and you wouldn't be able to like change that. You wouldn't be able to gain that extra knowledge which you are lacking. So that's why it's very important to solve it right that time, at least on the same day. Later on is also a good idea. Okay, so one thing about QBank is have to do it even if you want to or you do not want to. You have to do it, making a habit of doing at least one or two QBanks, or like at least you can create 5 modules on Prep Ladder app. Doing that questions is the difference between passing and failing sometimes. We need to do it not once or twice in a month, but daily. Doing this daily is very, 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 very important. Okay, now going to T&D, that is test and discussions. First of all, in Prep Ladder app, they have this feature called test and discussions. But if you're not part of Prep Ladder and you are like, okay, I want to do test and discussions, there's a lot of institutes which are providing test and discussions only, and you can just join that and you can like do it. So test and discussion is nothing but there is gonna be a schedule. Okay, there is gonna be a schedule, or you are creating a schedule, and you have to follow that schedule and you have to appear for the test on that day. Okay, which means if on 15th of January there was gonna be a test and discussion test for pharmacology, you will have to do that and you will have to get your mark, and you can take part in the video solutions or the discussion part of it as well, and understand the mistake and correct your wrongs. Okay, so if you still have not had any test and discussion, or if you have not created a schedule, please do create a schedule and stick to it. Okay, so for me, I have the Prep Ladder app. So in that app, I have joined the test and discussion. I created a schedule and I had the pharmacology one today. So that's what is right in front of you. Yes, so that's one thing. Okay, so what happens after you do this? After solving, make sure you write down the wrong in another book and learn. Making sure that you learn is very important in this situation. Okay, we have to make sure we are not simply absent-mindedly writing something and not learning it, but rather we need to make sure we learn. Okay, I'll tell you a story about something which happened to me when I was a child in the end of this video. So stay till the end of the video so that you can actually hear what happened and how we can better this learning process. Okay, now coming to mock test or grand test, this is something just like this. Have to do daily. Here I'm saying have to give this. Okay, I will not say daily or something because you can't give it daily, but rather you can give it weekly or after 2 weeks. Okay, I still have not began to give my this time's mock test and grand test yet, because I was like, you know what, maybe it's a good idea to wait till I finish doing at least the 3 P's, that is pharmacology, physiology and pathology, and then I'll give one grand test. That's what I was thinking, because I don't want to like rush into it and then not really progress in anything. So please do think about giving mock test and grand test at least weekly or after 2 weeks, okay? And this will only show us where we stand. Nothing else is gonna show us where we stand, because only mock test and grand test has got like all other things together, all the subjects together, and just like the exam way, okay? Because all this, it's just the subjects or like how we make it, right? But this, on the other hand, is how the exam is gonna be like. And we need to be like exposed to that situation so many times that when the real exam comes, we are not afraid, we are not panicking, we are not like in that situation where I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing or any of those situations, but rather we must be sure and we must be not panicking. Not panicking only will happen if we are practicing every single day, right? So that's why doing this at least weekly or after 2 weeks is very important. And also, as I told you guys last time, all the mistakes from all of these three things must be written in another book and must be learned properly, because similar type of questions can come in our exams and we do not want to make the same mistake we made in these things, because there is a reason why we are doing this, right? So if we are repeating the mistakes all over again, then that reason will be like nullified or it's gonna be blurred. So that's why we need to seriously make sure that we are not repeating the same mistakes and we are actually learning from our mistakes, okay? So now coming to the story which I was gonna tell you guys. And that is, this happened when I was maybe in my 6th grade, and I remember I was really bad at Hindi. So my Hindi teacher was like, you know what? You have to write and learn, okay? You have to write it maybe 10 times, maybe 20 times, maybe 30 times. Okay, it doesn't matter how much you write, but you need to be present and you need to write and learn, and you will ace this exam. Nothing is impossible, but you just have to be present. You have to like give it to God, you have to pray about it, you have to study, you have to put in the work, right? You can't just expect to be better at anything without putting that work there. So that's why what I want to say right here is, you could have a bad book or a bad paper like this. This is a big paper, by the way. This is a big paper. So you could be having a paper like this or something whereby you can actually write and learn. You can write it 10 times. You can write it 20 times, like some drugs names or some things which is like for sure, which is not going to change just because something changes. You know, there are so many things like that which we need to remember, and we can write it down and learn. That's something which I want to share with you guys. And I had already shown you guys about the study challenge, but this time what I want to do was, I will be creating a PDF or a page basically, whereby I'll be writing all these things so that you guys can tick it off, or you can create your own, by the way. This is basically the study challenge which I was talking to you guys about. It is gonna start tomorrow, I think, right? It's gonna be starting tomorrow, and this is basically how it's gonna be looking like if you're gonna write it down. The first is, do dash amount of MCQs daily and reviewed my mistakes. This reviewing your mistake is so important, okay? So do like 60 MCQs daily and you reviewed your mistake. Then tick it, write the amount, how much you did daily, okay? Write this down somewhere and write it every single day and tick it and make sure you have done it, okay? That's the goal. Basically, you have to do it and you have to make sure that you're not simply doing it for the sake of doing it, but rather you're learning something from this, okay? Number 2 is, watch dash amount of video lectures and did QBANK of that module, okay? If you've done the QBANK, tick this. If you've done how many amount of video lectures, then you can click this, okay? Then number 3 is, did study from my own notes for dash topic. Like if you did antimicrobials or you did pharmacology, a particular topic, don't just write pharmacology, but rather write the topic. I did that topic, and then I did solve questions from an MCQ book. Which MCQ book was it? You can write it here for the same topic. Number 4 is weekend mock or grand test is also done, and you can write one more here. I reviewed my mistakes also, and it's amazing. This is perfect. Okay, so please do join me in this study challenge. If you still have not, please do join and let's study. Let's do this, and let's not postpone our studying. Let's not be scared of doing MCQs. Let's make mistakes, learn. Okay, because without making mistakes, all these are mistakes, right? Without making mistakes, we cannot pass, we cannot learn anything. We have to make the mistake and then we have to do this. Okay, so thank you so much, my dear friend, for watching this video. I hope I brought some good thing to you, some information to you. Until next time, bye.